Sometime we become, not sometime, I feel it is most of the time, once we consider something as a right, and then we keep following it up, then it goes into our belief system. Like whatever we repeatedly think it is right, it goes into the belief. From that belief system, we operate. Like we think that is right, so that's why we are trying to push it in the discussion. We try to establish that is right. Any contradicting view, first we argue, and then we try to, if we don't go into this argument and all this, we don't win that argument, and we'll develop enmity. So somebody have a different view. So this is how we played our lives. Right and wrong issue is played in our lives, and this, in the extreme sense, this goes into something called radicalization. Like we become so strong into our own belief of what is right and what is wrong. Anybody having other view, contradictory view, they become, as I said, that become our enemy. If that is the case, you will never achieve the understanding of we are one. Okay. That is a risk. That's what I put up this topic to discuss in detail and go to the truth about it. So that we go unnecessarily. We don't get stuck into our belief system. That this is right and this is wrong. So, and then we harden our position so much that it is very difficult later on. Then it comes to a sense of killing each other, like, destroying any one of this, and this is not a good scenario. So anyway, this is, or in the extreme case, this it is about positive or negative, or this duality. So we live in the world of duality. So duality will exist, because other than the opposite exists, the one cannot be experienced. So that's why there was a need to have this duality. We have to undergo this duality, but that does not mean we stick to our right so much that we are ready to, establish at any cost. That part is risky. Because that part, who is the pushing this agenda, what we think it is right, it absolutely comes from our ego mind. Ego want to push this agenda, push this our own idea, means it is my way or highway. So there, it has got so much impact, we lose our ability of acceptance, and then we grow. That indirectly, why I'm raising this flag, because that indirectly suppress your expression of love for others. Your universal love, which you are made of, we try to express ourselves in this world, that got suppressed because you are too much into this right and wrong, and what you believe as right, and try to push it and try to establish it. In the bargain, in the process, you lose everything else. In my terminology, I have also undergone that, before. I have to work on that to come out of that. I realized that to be right is also an addiction. Okay. We wanted to be right always. We wanted to be, whatever we feel we have to establish, whatever capacity we have. If we have intelligence, we use our intelligence to establish what we think right on others. Okay. If we have some, say, superiority in power, suppose I am the eldest in the family, I will make sure in my family who are under me, I'll push my idea onto them. But I think is right. If I have a money, I will create some kind of thing. Maybe I will, organize a, what is called conference, and I will be speaker, and I will tell everybody what I feel is right. So there are people, it is all happening without any consciously you are understanding it. You think this is normal. It is maybe normal, but who is driving all this? Your ego. Ego is your mastermind to get all these things done. Okay, so we need to understand that what is happening with us. Because if you talk to anyone, nobody will accept they are doing something which is not normal. Okay. You think this is normal. Of course, I have to fight for the truth. That truth, let us find out the truth. Then only you fight. You don't fight for the truth. You fight for what you think is right. So first you need to realize what is the truth is. If you know the truth is, there is no need to fight. Okay. You can coexist. Everything, every truth can have its own power to establish it. It doesn't need you as an enemy, not enemy, as a soldier to fight for it. Truth has its own power. It will sustain by itself. Okay, satyam bhajayate. We need not to fight for whatever the truth is. You fight whatever you think is right. It may not necessarily be the truth. So that is how today's understanding is all about. So I think you understand what we mean, right and wrong, and whoever is in the wrong side of ours, we fight, and all these things. So these I'm just giving a glimpse of what we normally do, how we normally operate ourselves. I think this part is not difficult to understand. Now let us work on that why these things happens. Okay, we'll go to the analytical part. Something we feel that this is right. Okay, we think this is right. Now we need to, the right thing is come once our ego has stamped it. There is some idea, there is something, so something ego has stamped. Then ego doesn't want to come down from that position. Ego doesn't want to compromise. Okay, that is where the problem starts. We are not open to suggestion. We are not open to any kind of corrections. We like to simply pushing our own ideas of what we think is right. Yeah. Now, from all of us, our soul consciousness, our higher self is in a domain. The consciousness level, they are not in the duality. That is unity consciousness. This is a duality, thing you are facing here, the right and wrong, good, bad, and all those things. There is nothing there. Okay. Then, if there is nothing, okay, before I go to that, let me put another thing. See, who puts that level as the right and wrong? It is your own thinking mind. Your logical mind, to be precise. You put a logic in, and you logically analyze the things, and accordingly put a level. This is right and this is wrong. Okay. So, who drives that logic? Your ego. Mind, body, intellect package. This logical mind is basically this package is your ego. So the labeling, as long as labeling is there, it is done by that. So what happens is, whatever we see, that has been either our memory or our analysis, our analytical mind, logical mind comes into it, and everything we see in the light of our logical mind. Okay, let me explain. Suppose somebody, we have a previous experience. Here we have a lot of friends from my college days, so they have some impression about me from my college days, whatever. So maybe in the college life, I didn't treat somebody well. If that person meet me here on the road or on some party or something, any dinner, he will trigger what he will see me and the image of what he had about me in the college time. It doesn't matter. I might have changed completely, maybe 100% changed. Okay. I don't behave, I don't talk, I don't, think about those things anymore. But that friend will look at me in the glasses of the memory he has about me in the college. Okay. And say whatever I say that time, he will be judging, is it he's saying right or wrong in the glasses of my college days. So what point I'm trying to make is, if your logical mind is active, your memory is active, all these kind of things, or maybe forget about college, he might have heard about something about me from somebody else, then he meet me. Whatever he heard, that will contaminate his mind while talking to me. And this is what is happening. In the contaminated mind, you are taking a decision about something I said as a right and wrong. So, your right and wrong, this decision is already contaminated. How can it be truth? It cannot be truth. You are already contaminated. There is a glass, colored glass has come. It cannot be the normal picture. It is a colored already. Because your mind is active, because your logical brain is active. Nothing wrong in, by the way, if the logical mind is active. I'm not criticizing logic. What I'm saying is, when our logical mind is active, you cannot see the truth. It is contaminated. You are looking through a tainted glass. You cannot see the full picture. So how can we then control that? First, let us explain that what is the need to be seen the truth. Because if we don't know the truth, all down the line, right and wrong, or pushing it may be going completely wrong, because it is not a full picture or wrong picture. So whatever we think is right, maybe it is wrong from the beginning. Okay, it is about the story of there are 5 people. They have put their eyes were closed and they send it to one place. One elephant was standing there. They never saw the elephant before. Just take it as a just theoretical example. And they said there is an animal there. You touch the animal and tell how it is. So everybody goes. Somebody holds his tail, and somebody holds one leg. Somebody holds one trunk. So somebody holds his belly. So the person who is holding the tail is saying, "Oh, this is like a rope." Then somebody who is holding one leg is saying, "This animal is like a pillar." Then who is holding the belly, and he is telling it is like a the big barrel. Who is holding the trunk, he is telling it is like a big pipe. Anyway, so all of them are correct, but their version is limited. They cannot see the totality. Same here. Okay. When we look at something, okay, if we don't get if some of our aspects have been blinded off by our logical mind, we will think whatever we are getting, that is the truth. That is the right thing. It is not the truth. It is one version of what you are getting. And you are getting something limited because you are processing it through your logical mind. And who controls logical mind? Your thoughts. So that's why I give an example. If some friend has some background of me or something, those thoughts, those memories running in his mind will not allow to have a proper communication or proper assessment right now. We are lamed by our limited whatever things we had in the past and all. So this particular looking for the truth, it is called the sense of inquiry. You inquire. Don't assume you know it. Okay. Start from the beginning and know it. You know what is the truth. Here, yesterday, Sadhguru came here in Dubai, and he was, giving lecture, and he was traveling, I think, all over the world to save soil. And there was a good. I didn't go there. I saw it in the directed telecast, and so one point of time, so he was asking about, you tell me where I am, where you see me, show me the direction. So everybody showing on the stage. There. He says, okay, now let us inquire. Okay. Let us see the truth. That whatever you see, first the light has to come from me to your eyes through retina, and then retina process something and you get a reverse picture that you know all these things in the biology. The reverse picture, the nerve converted it, and then it goes to the brain, and then you see me. So where you see me? You see me here. You don't see me there. All experience you have inside you. I think I have told this particular aspect umpteen number of times. Whatever we see, call it as our life experience. Everything happened inside us. And I told a story I might have heard from me and at least 50 times. That is one person lost his coin and in the home and looking for outside below a lamppost and all this story. This is about, so what you lost inside, you cannot get it from outside. Yeah. Anyway, so it is inquiry. Whatever we see, all we see, whoever we see, whoever we listen, it is processed inside us. That's our experience, not that. So now let us come to the point, what we have to do, okay, to see the truth. When we inquire, then we come to this realization. If everything we are experiencing, which is inside, then we need to, the truth also, we need to experience inside. And we for the spiritual point of view, we need to have a direct experience, means direct internal experience. To do that, we need to remove all this parda, all this stained glass, all these things. So the clarity will come. How to remove all this tainted glasses, whatever I told you? Very simple. Stop your thinking mind. If you don't allow your thought to come in between, you will see the truth. Isn't it? All your memory and all these things about somebody and what happened and this and that. Who is chattering? It's your mind, your logical mind. If you stop that, only for the moment, I'm not saying you keep stopping and keep meditating. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that if somebody, that friend met me after, say, maybe 20 years, yeah, if I don't bring all these past memories and who told about him what and what he did and all these things, that moment, the communication will be 100%. I'll be in the moment, and that person, I can treat that person as a moment. What he's telling, I will understand in that moment, and that's it. That is the truth. I need not to hold any judgment or opinion about that person. Why? In the moment, there is a communication, and that communication, I accept it totally, and that's the best possible connection we can have. That is the experience of the truth, as simple as that. So experience of truth, we need not to do anything bigger, higher. We remove what is not serving us. Or if you have to say the truth, just to have to clean the mirror to see yourself properly. That's it. You needed to create a bigger image, greater image as a truth. There is no such image as a truth. Truth is what it is. Only have to remove all these layers, all this chashmas, all this, tinted glasses and the colors of the things, and then you can see it as it is. All the fog, brain fog to be cleaned, and you'll see it. Okay? You know it. And once you know, and that's it. It need not to be compared with anything else. You are living your truth. If there is somebody, they are living their truth. Why you have to impose something on others and all this kind of, no need. You accept whatever, it's your truth, it's fine. In the forest, two trees never fight, okay? They don't try to establish who is right and who is wrong. Everybody is growing parallelly. There are millions of trees in the forest. They are fine, okay? Only a human being, we fight in the name of the truth. In the name of the right and wrong. And without knowing the truth, most of the cases, we fight because we believe that is right. Okay, and that is a trap. That's why I brought today's topic. Don't get trapped into this addiction to be right. You remember, many people ask me in certain situation, what do I do? I'm duvida. I'm in the bifurcated road. With this way, that way, where we go? So what my advice I give to you? My advice is, if one path is right and another path is your peace of mind, always choose peace of mind, your peace of mind, isn't it? Why? Because whatever you think is right, that is also an illusion. It is created by your mind, and that's what I'm explaining today. Okay. That is also Maya. Okay. You choose your peace of mind because that is the precious thing you have. Because your peace of mind is a background where all your experiences happen. Just now, earlier I gave an example what Sadhguru also said about how you see. It is everything. What you see, what you get from outside, everything processed here. If you are not in the peace of mind is not there, it is agitated by some input or your own thought. In fact, you are your biggest challenge. How to quieten your minds, logical mind. Logical mind has the ability to tilt the truth fantastically, okay? They can make you believe something which is not true, but logically correct. Okay. They bring the logic as a tool. Logically, they explain, this is what it is. They say, it makes logical. There is nothing wrong in the logic. I'm not criticizing the logic, but the truth is beyond logic. People are using logic to deny the truth. Maybe the truth is unpleasant. Our ego doesn't want to go there, doesn't want to touch that. They bring some logic and make you understand. Suppose you feel like donating something to someone. I'm just giving some example. Don't take it literally about the donation part of it. Then your mind says, what about if that person, he drinks with this money, he misuses the money, why should I give? That makes it logical. Yeah, I don't know whether that person will drink or not. It's bad for his health. I should not give. See, your mind has convinced you not to give. Bringing some logic in, right? You give if you want to give. Truth is, it is you who are giving, and finish it off. No? What the person does with it, it doesn't bother. You shouldn't bother about it. No? You are donating something in charity. You leave it there. But you are analyzing what will happen, who will receive. That person may not, doing right, and all this kind of thing. Then you stop So you convince yourself, right? So our mind goes into right and wrong thing with logic, and there is another dangerous thing our mind gives. Be aware of it. Okay, that is doubt. If something, you see the truth, mind can bring some doubt in your mind into this picture. Simple, that doubt will ruin the truth. So that, suppose we wanted to enjoy sunshine, you want to walk on the sunshine and all. Then suddenly your mind brings a doubt. Oh, UV rays are very harmful for the skin. If my skin got damaged, I should not go out. Not only we, whole family, no children should go out. We're advocating nobody should go to the sunlight. These doubt, you know nothing about what UV does and all those things. There are thousands of years people are in the sunlight. Sun is giving us the energy, but we tilted it such a way, creating a doubt about the sunlight. Then we ourselves put us into a prison of our own making. You are not getting benefit of this sunlight just because I have a doubt. If UV ray does some damage, then okay. UV rays will not do the damage. Your mind get the damage. Understand that. Okay. If you stop thinking, you will go enjoy. Okay, sometime you feel hot, you come back. As simple as that. It's okay. So, UV ray will not do anything. If you enjoy, as long as you enjoy. If you feel that you are uncomfortable, you come back. Finish. You experience directly the sunlight. Matter is over. Why to analyze? What is UV ray? How much damage it will cause? Whether I will get this and that and dehydrated, and we need this salt supplement. Vitamin D will be there and all. Nonsense. We all have our own instrument to analyze. If something is not good for us, we automatically from inside we get these things that it is enough. Well, that's it. Okay. But that not mean that we have to stop the whole damn thing of going to the sunlight. Anyway, so all this mastermind of all these things is our ego. And ego plays with us through our mind, logical mind, to be precise. Our conscious mind, yeah. There also subconscious mind also comes into the play. When we repeatedly do something, it's go to our belief system. Then subconscious mind also join this hand into this. Our cultural programming, childhood conditioning, educational conditioning, all this comes. So to realize the truth, if we stop this thinking mind, first you want to understand that is the challenge that you have to go. Okay, third thing. So one I told the logic, how ego plays. One is logic, one is doubt, and third is most dangerous one and most common one is to inject fear. What I was explaining now, skin gets dominated. It's a fear. No? You feel that if you're going to the sunlight, you become fearful going to the thing. So challenge is how to make sure that you are not automatically gets into this logically established something which may not be true, or you have some doubt and you become fearful. All these things are masterminded by your own ego. And all these cases, this is achieved by injecting thoughts in our mind. So if we control the thought, we get liberated from this interference. So if you hold no thought, and then you look at the matter, the truth will reveal itself. You need not to get the truth or bring the truth or analyze the truth. Truth is, it is what it is. Only you have to experience the truth as it is. Then you can like it, dislike it, that's a different issue. But at least you will access the truth simply by not allowing your mind to interfere into this process. Then you will get the truth. Then you will experience the truth. During meditation also, I'm not saying you have to meditate. I'm saying just stop this mind so that doesn't you be aware that your mind is coming and may interfere. So you, any kind of, some kind of logic or some kind of doubt or some kind of fear it is injecting, be aware of that. That's it. Once you are aware, this front I have to hold, I have to check, then you will be able to experience whatever you are experiencing in your life as the truth, as it is. And that is the purpose of going into, that is the purpose of going towards our spiritual progress, because unless until we know the truth, our progress cannot go on. It is a path of liberation. Okay. Truth liberates us from all these mind traps. And way to experience the truth is simply not allowing our ego to interfere into the process of whatever we are experiencing. Then we'll get into the truth. And when we get into this, get into the truth, then we establish connection with your soul consciousness. Our soul consciousness, we get direct connection. And soul consciousness is connected to the universal consciousness, is always in pure joy. That's why experience of truth is always joyful. Only analysis or doubts or this fear makes us down, makes our life negative. Why our life experiences are negative? Because most of us operate through this way, right and wrong. We never come to a level to look at it from the truth or higher self point of view. Higher self operates the field where there is no duality. It's unity consciousness. It's a duality consciousness below. Below means it is the physical reality. From there, everything is just an experience. It is what it is. Why there is a need to put me the level right and wrong? Okay. A dog has a tail and maybe a tortoise has a shell. Who am I to say which is dog's tail is wrong and this shell is correct? It is the way it is. Say dog very good, tortoise very good. We cannot accept that. We have to give some judgment. Okay, tortoise shell should be a little bigger. It cannot move his leg properly. And all this nonsense we think, isn't it? Okay. Or dog tail or टेढ़ा क्यों है, सीधा क्यों नहीं है? अरे छोड़ो यार, dog. That is dog's problem, not your problem. Okay, but this is the way our thinking mind analyzes and gives right and wrong on everything. And people say, there is a saying, those many people, those many noses are there, that many opinions are there. Everybody has an opinion. Okay, nobody is interested about the truth. Everybody is interested about the opinion. And that opinion is generated by the mind. And as I explained to you, that most of these opinions are fundamentally not true. Either it is completely opposite or it is a partial, because you have not experienced the full truth. To experience the full truth, mind has to be quietened and you have to be the present moment, now moment, to experience the truth. Mind never allows us to do that. It is either grudging about the past or worrying about the future. But that is why we messed up our present as well. We never see the truth, never experience that, because our mind is always wandering and we are running behind the mind, and whatever those brings in, we believe it in. So, main challenge of our life is to control our own thoughts and emotions. Whoever has done that, they can see the truth, and that is a mastery. Spiritual masters, only difference is they have mastered their thoughts and emotions. They can see the truth as it is. And as I said, when you see the truth, you get connected with the consciousness. We made of pure love. Our heart opens up. Universal love opens up. We already have another session on that one. And we operate from there. We don't need, if we need some mind to do some work, we call it, we have to plan for a trip or something. I have to study some subject because I have to, write some article on that one. I collected do some research. We bring the mind and try to find where it is, which library to go, which website to find, and all this kind of, that mind, when mind job is over, you go back. It's okay. So we will be there, and that experience of that's why, because they just see the truth as it is, they don't get swayed away with these rights and wrongs and things like that. There is no, why we need to give opinion on everything? It is the way it is. So we don't need to. And unnecessarily that is creating complications in our own path. That's why. Actual spiritual path of self-realization is very easy. You have to drop all the baggage. You are who you are. You need not to import you. Okay. You have to import nothing. If you drop everything, what remains is truly you. Very powerful, very lovable, full of love, full of power, full of wisdom. Only thing, we are not allowing them to, allowing our own self to operate our life. That is the fallacy of life we live in. We have everything, but we don't allow that, our higher self, to control our life. Once we give, because we have a free will, once we give, allow that to happen, the life transforms. You will always accept what it is. You don't need to establish yourself right and wrong and fight with anyone. Let the person hold any kind of view. How does it matter? You liberate yourself. You liberate yourself. Everybody has a right to have their own view. Respect that. Matter ends. Why I need to push my agenda, my right, my belief systems to somebody else? There's no need. Once you go that, and once with this understanding, these things comes, that connects. The truth liberates, and then that truth finally opens up our heart, and that when we operate from that connects. That, like, we become the two hands and taking care of each other. If this life has a kata, has some punched into this, the another hand removes it, right? So that like way we take care, because it's a part of the one. We take care of each other. So, and this is not different. It's a part of the same thing. So that realization, the truth, we realize within us, and accordingly we live our life transformed. And that is a living the truth, living the liberated life. And in the process, the life we get, not the happiness, but the bliss. Happiness is a state of mind. It comes and goes. Bliss is connection. Once you are connected, you are always blissful. Because you see, there is no need to fight and trash talking and showing something down and up. There's no need. So you are liberated. It has nothing to do with anybody else. It is your own connection. You just enjoy that connection. You live in a before bliss comes peace. Your peace of mind. I just explained a few minutes back. Get into your peace of mind. In the field of peace, bliss will come automatically. The state that is the way to connect it. If there is no peace, that higher connection or higher experience is not possible. If someplace there is a chaos and fighting, development cannot take place there, no? Right? We know any country, any place. Same here, same is the mind. Bring peace into the mind and go beyond mind, development. Okay, that's why you progress. And when you are connected, you live there. That is your operating level. You are living in fully in tune with, in unison with your higher self, soul consciousness. And that is called a blissful living. That is a bliss. All right. So with this, I'll conclude this learning session. So if you have any question, please come forward.
Om Mangalam, sir.
Mangalam.
God. Sir, then whenever an incident happens, thoughts naturally come. In that case, we should keep quiet some time.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever thoughts come in our mind, suppose some incident happened and thoughts come in our mind, at that time, should we keep quiet, silent from within? And
No,
we will have the answer later.
No, I understand. Well, see, you respond to the situation. Okay. You just respond to the situation and whatever appropriate thing, don't react. React means you are operating from a lower level. Okay. I'll give you an example. You will understand what is the difference between the reaction and response. Suppose there is in a restaurant, many people are sitting and they're having, say, dinner. One cockroach entered into that restaurant. Okay. People can react in a different ways. So some people can just simply run away from that. They are fearful about the cockroach, so they leave the dinner and run away from the restaurant. There's one reaction. Another person, he said, oh, this is why this cockroach has come. Go and kill the cockroach, and stepped on the cockroach and the cockroach dies. These are called the reactions. Because you become fearful. Earlier I was giving some analysis that your mind inject fear. Honestly, I don't know why people fear cockroach, but I see many. They're very fearful about the cockroach. So both of these activities are extreme. It is true that you cannot ignore it. If there's a cockroach, you cannot ignore it. It can come and sit on your food and all that. I understand. You cannot just simply say, no, I'm a saint. I ignore all this physical reality. This is a wrong idea. Saints are more aware. It is not escapism. Spirituality is not escapism. It is more into the awareness. Okay, that's a different topic. Okay. So third scenario is you call the waiter that there is a cockroach. Waiter comes and catches it and throws it outside. Matter is over. So the third case is the response, and first two cases are the reactions. So in any given situation, you respond, not react. Okay, just take a moment and feel that what could be the best possible scenario, or if necessary, ask for help. You need not to take action immediately. Most likely, if any action you take out of fear, most probably it will be an extreme reaction. That is not necessary. Okay, just take a pause. When we are on the walking the spiritual path, one of the exercise we take it up on ourselves. We have to, at the external part, how our mind is working. We are witnessing all the time. Mind, so many things happening, and we are witnessing. This space is needed to respond. Somebody who doesn't have the witness consciousness, who doesn't know what is going on, is his or her mind, cannot do that, cannot respond. So only you prepare for any kind of eventualities in life just to be in the witness mode. What is happening in your mind? That space will allow you to find the response. If that entity is not there, the witness is not there, then definitely somebody will do some reaction, and which is most of the cases it is extreme. Some people regret what they said, what they done under that condition. So you can avoid all these things if you are responding to that situation. The response may be just to not to say any reaction. That may be your response. Okay. All right.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Guruji, pranam.
Pranam. Yes, Sima.
Guruji, one question that came into my mind. You were talking about peace of mind.
Mm-hmm.
We are living in a family. We are living with our children. And sometimes, even if you want to create that peace of mind, आप चाहते हैं, you know that okay, this action is going to give me peace. But since we are in a family, we are in a society, sometimes such situations arise where we have to go, we have to favor or take some decisions which are in favor of our children, maybe our family. In that case, because we are talking about our peace of mind, we are at this stage where we can think and we are walking that soul वो path पे हम अपनी destination की तरफ जा रहे हैं, लेकिन हमारे बच्चे तो अभी काम कर रहे हैं. Maybe they need that support. Maybe they need that kind of and I might have to change my decision. So in that case, how do I decide?
Okay, if it is about your own thing, okay, if it is a matter related to you only, then you choose, as I said, if you bring a scenario. If I say this, will my peace of mind will stay after that or not? If your own peace of mind is not there, after you say or done something, then that is not the thing to do. That's not the good way to do it. Address it.
Correct.
Because you will lose your peace of mind. What's the point? Here today I discussed what is the point to be right and losing your peace of mind.
Correct. But that's individual, no?
Yeah. No, now I'm coming to that. Your actual question. Now it's about somebody else. Now, what we need to do is we need not to give unsolicited advice. Okay. If somebody is asking your advice, you give that. Okay. And you protect that so that no harm can happen. If somebody is not asking about the advice, nobody likes to be unsolicited advice. I'm just telling. Yeah.
Correct.
It creates more issues. It will lose your peace of mind more. So what is the middle ground then? But you know that there's something out of your own wisdom, your own experience. You know there's something in these things. So what you do is you put your view and tell that this is my view, but whatever decision you take, it is yours. It is your life.
Right.
I'm just saying that this is from my experience. That is the thing. And the truth of the matter is that whatever your decision or your, what you think is the best, it may not be the truth. I often get, I'm just giving some example. So I often get very, sometimes our, fellow seekers and all. So they come to me, they said, okay, my daughter, grown-up daughter, they're going with some boy, I doesn't like that boy. This guy doesn't look to me and all those kind of things. So what to do? They're asking for my advice. So I told in this, particularly this kind of cases, I told, look, this is, you don't like, when you are not going to, spend your life with that boy, your daughter will. So let her choose, let her decide, let her come through that experience. Suppose you select a boy for her, what is the guarantee that boy also be good? He will not come out to be an abuser or drug addict, or you don't know.
Correct.
So again, you believe it is right, and that's what you're imposing, and that right itself can be limited. That is the whole topic of today. Yeah. You
Correct.
truly believe it is right. It will be good for your daughter. You believe it. I'm not denying that. But your belief system is based on your own mind construct, which may not be the truth. So, best way approach is you give things.
Your view.
Yeah, your view just as an information, and also empower your children or others that whatever decision you will take, I will follow. I have just given my view for your consideration. That's it.
Correct.
So that your peace of mind will be intact. They will get that way. It is up to them to take or leave the advice. Give them that space so that you are not forcing anything.
Correct.
Okay, and leave it there. And if something is beyond anybody's control, simply pray.
Okay.
I tell the truth. I don't have on control on my children, what they do, to whom they meet. That can be a harmful situation and all this. Please take care of my child. That you can do. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Hanji. Thank you, Guruji.
All right. God bless you. Any other question? All right. So if there is no other question, we'll go for our Kriya and meditation.